Hi, friends. Host Eric here. Who's talking with famous people. I'm curious about this one. This young lady has 42,000 subscribers, Isabelle Hyde. Things that matter, political opinions.
In the words of John Mulaney, it seems like everyone, everywhere is super mad about everything all the time. And I'd have to say I agree. Nothing gets me more mad more quickly than politics. Not because I hold any specific ideal or identify with any particular political party, but it's because I don't. Anytime you try to make an informed decision using facts and educated opinions, it seems like everybody that tries to give you information is entirely biased and is only promoting their own personal agenda that they think would suit them best. And if you don't believe what they believe, then you're stupid.
Type, please.
That's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but that's how I feel anytime I try to make a decision about anything in politics. You may say that makes me ignorant, but I believe that makes you ignorant because you have blind faith in something that has zero substance. I believe that political opinions are just that, opinions. That means that there are multiple correct ways of viewing something. Nothing is gospel. Nothing is going to entirely ruin your very existence.
Okay,
There is
well,
a possibility that
my
continued
opinion is you should be put in a burqa and be forced to shut up. That's my political position. Is it okay if I win? If I win the argument? That we put you in a burqa and shut you up? Is there a distinction to be made between political advocacies that are definitely to be opposed because they're wicked and those that are more noble or just, or all political see, it's not just political opinions, right? We're talking about policies, actual policies that the government implements. So having an opinion about a law is not a political opinion just as a bit of fluff that we toss around. It's a commentary on an actual policy or lack thereof or whatever. It's an advocacy. And as such, it's going to be advocating for something, either good or bad. It's reasonable of people to think that's desirable and an exercise of good citizenship to parse between examples of good U.S. policy and bad U.S. policy and to justify one's claims accordingly. Because while we may not agree on whether a given policy or a given ideology or given position or whatever is right or wrong, if it's somewhere within a certain range, we may have a lot of disagreement about it. But there are certain things we can all agree on. That we don't want to be in North Korea, right? That more or less free society is preferable to a fully enslaved society. So it does matter somewhat what one's political position is. And if people advocate unjust violence against other people as per drug laws or something, then I'll oppose it. And it's not my opinion is just as good as theirs and theirs is just as good as mine. I'm right, they're wrong, they're advocating for unjust violence, and that's bad. Let's proceed.
or legislation could lead to the downfall of our society, but in that case, that means that my job would simply shift to being a protector and defender of justice and good things, which is what I like to think I am anyways. It would just look differently. Plus, the apocalypse probably has cooler clothes anyways. Bottom line, please be kind to people whenever you have political discussions. They might have a good point, and I think that they matter as human beings more than ideas. Now, don't think that I'm saying that voting or our political system as a whole is wrong. I strongly believe in voting because 100 years ago, women couldn't even vote in the United States.
Why would your vote be desirable
If you think holding political opinions is a bad thing? So what are you going to vote for? Being nice to each other? What type is this girl? ESTP? ESFP? Unless she's totally illogical. She's not ESTP.
I believe it's my responsibility to make informed decisions and to go and make an immediate positive change in our society. So please vote if you can. I just am of the opinion that there's something out there greater than my current circumstances. So the people around me that I'm affecting matter more. So really, you can believe whatever you choose to believe about politics. I encourage you to do so. Some of the people I look up to most in this world have entirely different political views than I do. And that's okay. Please just be informed about it. Twitter should not be your only source of information because they, like everyone else, have an agenda. There's my political rant. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
Oh my God. What are you saying? You don't know what you're saying. Political opinions are dumb. Bad. What was the thing you said that you thought was harsh? Right here.
I say that makes me ignorant, but I believe that makes you ignorant because
Let me see this whole little speech. It's ridiculous.
that's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but that's how I feel anytime I try to make a decision about information is entirely biased and is only promoting their own personal agenda that they think would suit them best. And if you don't believe what they believe, then you're stupid. That's a very pessimistic way of looking.
Okay, not everybody promotes what they think suits them best. In other words, what they think serves their interests most. They might promote that which they think is most consistent with their other perspectives or most consistent with what's logically defensible, argumentationally defensible. So my positions they're not positions that I take out of self-interest. They're positions that I've concluded are the most argumentationally sound. So there's one problem.
Looking at it, but that's how I feel anytime I try to make a decision about anything in politics. You may say that makes me ignorant.
So anytime you try to make a decision about anything in politics, you feel like everybody else is biased and just trying to push their own agenda.
It makes me ignorant, but I believe that makes you ignorant because you have blind faith in something that has zero substance.
Okay, well, just because somebody establishes a claim towards a given position or advocates a given position doesn't mean they have blind faith in it. They may simply be saying it's better than the alternative you present or better than the status quo. But those notions are still ahead of you in life.
I believe that political opinions are just that, opinions. That means that there are multiple correct ways of viewing something. Nothing is gospel. Nothing is going to entirely ruin your very existence. There is a possibility that continued poor legislation could lead to the downfall of our society, but in that case, that means that my job would simply shift to being a protector and defender of justice and good things, which is what I like to think I am anyways. It would just look differently. Plus, the apocalypse probably is going to close anyways. Bottom line,
rhetoric?
Please be kind to people whenever you have political discussions.
Am I being kind to
you? They
you?
might have a good point, and I think that they matter as human beings more than ideas. Now, don't think that I'm saying that
matter
voting or our political system as a whole is...
You do matter more as a human being than ideas. But your ideas matter less than my ideas because your ideas are stupid as hell. Okay? I hate to be so harsh on you, young lady, but Isabelle Hyde, you
wrong. I strongly believe in voting because...
And then you strongly believe in voting. Oh, good lord. What a bunch of crazy nonsense this is. So, if you're turning to Isabelle Hyde for opinions about, thoughts about things that matter, political opinions, you'll learn some important facts that, first of all, everyone's biased, and they're all just trying to push their own agenda. And she's sorry, but when she tries to figure something out, she can't decide anything because everybody's trying to push their own agenda. And additionally, you might think that makes her ignorant, but it makes me ignorant because I'm the one who's got absolute faith in some given position. And additionally, she's a big proponent of voting. Because, you know, she can't decide on anything because she's trying to figure out who's least biased, but everybody's biased and they all have their own agenda. And she can't think about the actual arguments because she's got some polar TI going on. You're an ESFP lady. You should think about parties and bouncing around and such. I don't know. Whatever ESFPs think about. Politics is not for you. Do you not have comments? I hope you have comments. I'm looking forward to leaving the link to this. I leave the link to all of these videos to these people. I'm making a shit ton of these right now. I'm hopeful that, uh-oh.
What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with...
100 years ago, women couldn't even vote in the United States. I believe it's my responsibility to make it.
Because you used to not be able to, so it's a responsibility to vote and be informed. But you don't know how to inform yourself because you check for bias and people presenting various ideas rather than looking at the arguments themselves and yada yada yada. Okay, so that's it for you. What am I doing? Am I done with this? I guess I'm done with this video now. Yeah. Oh, I was checking to see if she had comments. That's right. Yeah, she's got comments. Good. I'm going to leave a comment for this, like, for sure. It'll be good for her to see. She'll enjoy it, I'm sure. She'll enjoy the video. And my kindness.